Did you know that the way you break your fast can determine whether you'll lose weight or keep struggling with bloating, anxiety, and a sluggish metabolism? Even worse, breaking your fast the wrong way after 40 can speed up aging, throw your hormones off balance, and even increase the risk of silent conditions like insulin resistance and fatty liver. But take a breath, you're not alone. So many women make this mistake every day, thinking they're doing everything right. That's why in today's video, I'm going to show you the right way to break your fast after 40. Should you start with protein or fat? And how to build a powerful, nourishing, and safe first meal that activates your metabolism, extends the benefits of fasting, and protects your long-term health. If you want to live longer, feel more energized, support your hormonal health, and lose stubborn belly fat, go ahead and share this video with a friend who also fasts. And tell me in the comments, how do you usually break your fast? With coffee and coconut oil, scrambled eggs, fruit? Why does the order of food matter when breaking a fast? Breaking a fast isn't just about eating something healthy, especially after 40. When your metabolism doesn't respond the same way it used to, after hours without food, your body enters a highly sensitive metabolic state. Any food you introduce during this time triggers a chain of hormonal reactions. It's like hitting buttons in your body's control center. That's why the order in which you introduce foods is just as important as what you eat. Starting with the wrong type of food can spike your insulin, lead to cravings within hours, undo the benefits of fasting, and even trigger inflammation. Think about it, you've just completed a 16-hour fast. And then you break it with orange juice or a piece of bread. That's like building a house brick by brick, then setting it on fire. What happens in the female body after 40 during fasting? After age 40, the female body goes through major hormonal shifts that directly affect how the metabolism responds to fasting. Lower estrogen levels, for example, influence insulin sensitivity, belly fat accumulation, and even mental clarity. That's why fasting, while a powerful tool for health and longevity, needs to be approached with more strategy and care during a fast. The body enters a process called autophagy, a type of cellular cleanup that helps prevent degenerative diseases, improves skin, balances hormones, and boosts energy. But with age, it takes longer to reach this state. And the way you break your fast can either extend or disrupt these benefits. Women over 40 are also more prone to fluctuations in cortisol, the stress hormone. Breaking a fast too aggressively, especially with simple carbs or hidden sugars, can create a hormonal roller coaster that throws everything off track. In other words, breaking your fast the right way isn't just about appearance or weight loss. It's about functional health, hormonal balance, sustainable energy, and most of all, long-term disease prevention. Protein first. Benefits and metabolic impact. Starting your post-fast meal with protein is, for many women over 40, the best choice. That's because protein plays a key role in preserving lean muscle mass, which naturally declines with age, affecting metabolism, muscle strength, and even bone health. When you start your meal with high-quality protein like eggs, wild salmon, organic chicken, or firm tofu, your body receives a clear signal. It's time to build and repair. Plus, digesting protein requires more energy, increasing calorie burn and supporting thermogenesis, the gentle metabolic boost that helps promote fat loss. Another critical point, protein has a low glycemic impact, meaning it doesn't spike blood sugar levels. That's essential for women already experiencing signs of insulin resistance, a common issue after 40 that's closely linked to belly fat, chronic fatigue, and weight loss resistance, even with proper diet and exercise. Additionally, starting with protein can help regulate appetite throughout the day. Studies show that high-protein meals reduce ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and increase satiety, lowering the risk of late afternoon or evening cravings. So, for many mature women, beginning with protein is like sending the body a message of stability, stabilize blood sugar, stabilize hormones, stabilize the mind. Fat first. When can it be a good idea? While protein is often the smartest choice to break a fast, there are specific situations where starting with fat may be beneficial, particularly for women who fast regularly, are going through intense perimenopausal transitions, or follow a more ketogenic approach. Healthy fats like avocado, extra virgin olive oil, raw nuts, and organic coconut oil have a very gentle effect on insulin. This means that consuming them first keeps the body in a metabolically flexible state, essentially transitioning from deep fasting into a lighter fast without shocking the hormonal system. This approach may work well for women who aren't yet ready for a full meal after a long fast, or who experience an energy drop when starting with protein. Fat provides steady fuel, helps maintain mental focus, and can gently prepare the digestive system for a more complete meal that follows. That said, this strategy isn't ideal for everyone. Women with trouble digesting fats, a history of gallbladder issues, or elevated cholesterol should be cautious. Also, fat alone doesn't supply the essential amino acids the body needs to repair tissues and preserve muscle mass, especially critical after 40. In short, starting with fat can be a helpful tool in certain scenarios, but it must be applied mindfully and strategically. The risks of breaking your fast the wrong way. Breaking your fast incorrectly can have more serious consequences than most people realize, especially for women over 40. It's not just about gaining weight or losing the benefits of fasting. We're talking about real impacts on metabolic, hormonal, even emotional health. One of the biggest risks is causing a sudden spike in blood sugar and insulin. This often happens when you break your fast with fruit juices, bread, refined cereals, or even high-sugar smoothies. These foods aggressively end the fast, destabilizing your system and triggering a silent inflammatory response that, over time, can lead to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, or even prediabetes. Another common issue is digestive overload. After many hours without eating, your digestive system is in a resting state. Breaking the fast with a heavy meal, especially one high in saturated fats or processed foods, can cause bloating, reflux, post-meal fatigue, and general discomfort. This is particularly true for women already experiencing slower digestion or going through perimenopause. When the gastrointestinal rhythm naturally slows down, an ill-planned fast-breaking meal can also affect your mood. Sudden blood sugar swings are closely linked to irritability, anxiety, and even episodes of emotional eating, something many women face in silence. Ignoring these details can undo all the effort you put into your fasting routine. That's why knowing what, how much, and how to eat when breaking your fast is essential for reaping its true benefits: vitality, mental clarity, and long-lasting health. How to combine protein and fat strategically. For most women over 40, the best way to break a fast is by combining the best of both worlds: high-quality protein and healthy fats, used together in a strategic way. This combo delivers lasting satiety, hormonal support, and glycemic stability, everything your body needs after a prolonged fast. The key lies in balance and food selection. Protein should be the foundation of your meal: boiled or scrambled eggs, grilled salmon, organic chicken breast, tofu, or a clean protein shake with no artificial sweeteners. Fat should support the meal in moderate amounts: a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over your eggs, a few slices of avocado next to your protein, or a small handful of nuts. This combination helps avoid glucose spikes, keeps your body in a prolonged state of satiety, and sustains steady energy levels, reducing the crashes that lead to fatigue or emotional hunger. It also provides essential nutrients for hormonal balance, especially critical during and after menopause, when the female body needs extra nutritional support to maintain bone density, muscle mass, and cognitive function. But don't overdo the fat right away. A common mistake is relying solely on butter coffee or coconut oil drinks, thinking that's enough to break a fast. On their own, these don't offer enough protein to maintain muscle or keep you full for long. Breaking your fast consciously means recognizing that this moment is strategic and that the right balance of quality, protein, and fat may be the key to turning an average day into one of energy, focus, and self-control. Common mistakes when breaking a fast and how to avoid them. Even experienced intermittent fasters often make mistakes that sabotage their results, and many don't even realize it. After 40, these slip-ups can have an even greater impact as the body becomes less tolerant of nutritional and hormonal imbalances. One of the most common mistakes is breaking the fast in a rush. Eating while standing, driving, or working can disrupt digestion and nutrient absorption. Your body needs to be in a relaxed state, activating the parasympathetic nervous system for optimal digestion. Eating too quickly or mindlessly also increases the risk of overeating and feeling bloated shortly after the meal. Another common error is underestimating the importance of hydration before breaking the fast. After hours without fluids, the body may confuse thirst for hunger, leading to overeating. Drinking a glass of water with lemon, green tea, or even a light bone broth before your first meal can prep your digestive system and reduce excessive hunger. It's also common to break the fast with foods that appear healthy but aren't, like highly processed protein bars, sugary granolas, or store-bought smoothies. While convenient, these options often contain inflammatory ingredients, artificial sweeteners, or refined oils, all of which sabotage fasting benefits and harm long-term health. Avoiding these mistakes is essential to protect your metabolism and preserve the results of your fasting routine. Simple habit changes can dramatically shift how your body responds to food, giving you more energy, fewer cravings, and sustainable outcomes. Practical plan: how to build your ideal post-fast meal. Now that you understand the roles of protein, fat, and common mistakes, it's time to put everything into practice. The good news: building an ideal meal to break your fast can be simple, enjoyable, and tailored to your lifestyle. The focus should always be on ingredient quality, satiety, and hormonal balance. Here's a practical structure for your first meal of the day. After fasting: 1. Lean bioavailable protein, 2 to 3 boiled or scrambled eggs. A serving of wild-caught salmon, grilled organic chicken breast, or firm tofu. Active women may opt for a clean protein shake with no artificial sweeteners. 2. Moderate amount of healthy fat, half an avocado, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, or a small handful of raw nuts. Healthy fat supports the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and keeps you fuller for longer. 3. High-fiber vegetables, lightly sautéed or raw spinach, arugula, kale, broccoli, or asparagus. These provide digestive support, anti-inflammatory benefits, and essential micronutrients. 4. Strategic hydration: start with a digestive tea like chamomile or peppermint, or a glass of water with a pinch of sea salt and lemon. This helps restore electrolytes and prime the digestive system. Avoid simple carbs or sweet fruits during this first meal. These can be added later in the day when your metabolism is already more active. The priority here is glycemic control and hormonal response during those crucial post-fasting moments. By following this plan, you turn the act of breaking your fast into a self-care ritual, one that supports longevity, mental clarity, and metabolic balance. Exactly what the female body needs to stay vibrant and strong after 40. Breaking your fast the right way is an act of metabolic intelligence. It's about recognizing that what you put on your plate after hours of fasting holds the power to fuel your energy, regulate your hormones, preserve your lean muscle mass, and boost your long-term health. This isn't about following a rigid formula. It's about understanding your body, listening to its signals, and responding with conscious, intentional food choices. Start with protein, include healthy fats, stay well hydrated, chew slowly, and prioritize real, whole foods. Skip the ultra-processed options disguised as healthy, and trust your satiety cues. At 40, 50, or 60, you don't have to accept the story that metabolism slows down and aging means fatigue, fat gain, and lost vitality. You can rewrite that story, and it starts with your very next meal. So tell me, how have you been breaking your fast? What's going to change after watching this video? Leave a comment below. Share this with other women on the same path of self-care and longevity. And if this content resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next guidance. Remember, your health doesn't have an expiration date. You deserve to feel good every single day of your life.